In a world filled with fleeting moments, there are lives that bloom and leave an everlasting imprint. Today, we gather to celebrate the remarkable journey of a woman who has gracefully lived 95 years, like a delicate flower that withstands the tests of time. We offer her the flowers she deserves, not waiting for her to depart from our lives, but acknowledging the profound impact she has had on each and every one of us. With hearts filled with gratitude, we come together to show her just how much she means to us. In our pursuit of capturing the essence of her remarkable life, we engaged in a heartfelt interview, embarking on a journey that transcended the constraints of time. Together, we traveled back through the decades, exploring the rich tapestry of her experiences. With each question, we aimed to unlock the vault of her memories, allowing her life story to unfold before us. And now, we are honored to present her, the author and narrator of her own extraordinary tale, as she unveils the chapters of her life's journey. Please join us in honor of the one and the only, Mattie Clark.
I was born the name of Mattie Cornelia Shelton. I was born October 21st, 1928, in a small town of Livingston, Alabama. It was a little country town. It was about 30 miles north of Meridian, Mississippi. The oldest of four, my parents was Mr. Tom Abram Shelton. My mother's name was Mrs. Johnny Dale Shelton. And I'm the oldest of four children. We used to love playing games out in the yard, which kids no longer do anymore. Yeah. We had a great time because we used to play baseball, but we didn't have a baseball. We used to make our own. We would take even a rag, and wrap it with a string, and use a broom handle for our bat. But we had a great time. We also used to shoot marbles. I was a great marble shooter. I could win most of the games. Then we played hopscotch, Sally Go Around, Merry Go Around. Oh, we just had a great time. We used to make all our entertainment, because we didn't have our entertainment like the kids do now. We didn't sit in the house and watch TV all day. We was mostly outside. We would build our playhouses out of corn stalks. We would make our swings out of old car ties with the rope tied to a tree limb. That was our swing. Oh, we had a wonderful time, though. We would run races. We'd race against each other. And we just enjoyed ourselves.
Of course.
When I was growing up, we did not have running water. We didn't have electricity. We did not have telephones. All this television wasn't even thought about when I was a kid coming up. We had to, at first we had to draw our water from a well. And we had oil lamps. An oil lamp, I know the young people don't know about an oil lamp. It's just a lamp that you have to that we had to get. We got a gas can, went to the gas station to get kerosene, what they call kerosene. We put this kerosene in these oil lamps. They had a wick. You light that wick, and it had a globe over it. Then you had to, I don't know whether it was once a week or more than once a week. You had to take that globe off with a glass globe and clean it in order to be able to see. Now lots of times we had to do our homework by fireplace, by the light of the fire in the fireplace. We didn't have all these fancy fireplaces like they have now. It was just an ordinary fireplace with andirons they call inside, where you lay the logs, these logs that you cut from trees on. And we had to do a lot. We had what we call wash tubs and washboards. You put these water in these wash tubs, and that's what you wash on with this washboard. And I had more blisters every week. I'd have blisters on my hand because my mother used to tell me I wash my hands more than the clothes, but I had sensitive hands. Oh, I attended elementary and high school in Livingston, Alabama, where I was born. From elementary school to high school, I graduated at Sumter County High School at the age of, well, I was supposed to graduate at the age of 18, but I was about 18 and a half when I graduated. Because of illness, I had arthritis in my knee. And sometimes it swelled up so bad because we had to walk 2.5 miles to and from school before we finally got transportation. I was almost ready to come out, or ready to graduate before we got transportation. I think we got it in bus transportation in the 11th, when I was in the 11th grade. So I did have the opportunity to enjoy a little bit of transportation going back and forth to school. I graduated from high school in 1948, in May of 1948. I was the secretary of my class, and there was quite a few, I think it was about 40 or 50 students that graduated with me. And three of them, I remember the three of us started in the first grade and we graduated at the same time, which was a very nice thing. It was one boy graduated with us. It was 2 girls and 1 boy, myself, another friend of mine, and a young man. We had a joyful time going to the senior prom, and we wore long gowns like some of the young ladies do now. We was dressed pretty nice, and we had a great time. We were able to, we had these long gowns, but we were glad that we had transportation, because at first we didn't have any transportation. And what we would do, we would ride when someone from off the farm would pass by. This was when we was going to school. We would jump on their wagons. They would give us a ride on their wagons. And in the wintertime, we would be very happy to see someone passing by so we could jump on. It was going very slow, but we wasn't walking. So we appreciated that. So when I graduated, I went to Miles College 1 year. I did not continue my education there. So I started working in a little plant and a little factory, and from there I got married. My husband and I, Felix Smith the first, he passed away. Well, Felix Smith passed away at a very early age. So then I had the children to manage by myself. We went from Livingston, Alabama to Portageville, Missouri, where he was working in a cotton plant. And he lost his job, so we came back to Memphis, Tennessee. We stayed in Memphis, Tennessee for about a year or more. We left Memphis, Tennessee, and we came back to Alabama for a short while. But while we did manage to get to Memphis, Tennessee, when we left Porterville, Missouri, we stopped in Memphis to change buses. And there, my husband met a barber that would come by and talk to the passengers that was changing buses. And he talked to my husband, and my husband was asking him different questions. And he asked him, how would he like to stay in Memphis? So he says, well, we are just coming out of Missouri, and we are low funds. So we had planned to go home for a while. So he says, well, if you talk to your wife, I think you'd be happy staying here for a while. So he came over and he asked me, he said, well, babe, how would you like to stay in Memphis? I said, Memphis? We don't know anybody here. We have very little money. So what are we going to do in Memphis? He said, well, I met this gentleman, and he says he can help us. I said, well, you may as well stay here for a while. So we ended up in Memphis. Our first child was born in Memphis, Felicia Darnell. So we managed to stay there for a while. Then we came on to, came back home and stayed for a little while. Then we went to Enterprise, Alabama. That was where we had a sister living there. He got a job at the Army camp in the PX. And we stayed there, and he worked there for a while. So then we became a little restless there. We came to Ohio because his brother said that he could get a job in sheet and tube. So while we were in Ohio, I started working and all, and we managed to do very well. We got our own little house, and we furnished that off, and we stayed there for quite a while. But after he passed away, I was going to return back home. And incidentally, I am the mother of 3 children: Felix, Felicia, and Ronald. And we have done very well by coming to Youngstown. And I like it here. But after my husband passed away, I just thought I would go back home where I would be close to my family. But somehow or another, with friends and family up in this area, I decided to stay. And I've been stuck here ever since. And we came to the area in 1952. I joined Phillips Memorial Baptist Church. I was remarried the second time. I was married to John Clark. And it lasted for a few years. Then we went our separate ways. So I've been here for quite a few years. I have never gone any other place since 1952. I've always been in Youngstown, from Youngstown to Northfield, from Northfield to Macedonia. And I moved in with my precious family, my oldest son, Felix, and his wonderful wife, Wanda, who is like a daughter to me. They treat me so wonderful, and they are so sweet. My grandson helps me. My granddaughter Felicia helps me, and she's here. And everything has been wonderful, wonderful ever since. And I just thank the Lord for all of them.
I'm Felix. I'm Mom's oldest son. And I can just remember in our lifetime, you know, we were always clean when we went to school. We were always had food and clothing, that we were dressed well. So we never knew any struggles with Mom. And she always made sure that we did our chores. That's a gimme. That wasn't something, that wasn't optional. We did our chores. I can iron better than most women that I know, and still can. But Mom taught me that, and it was a skill that I'll never forget, and it'll always come in handy for me. And also that Mom, you can look at her, she's a sweet young lady, right? Well, she was a tough young lady too. I can remember some times, man, when Mom would, you know, it was me and my brother for a long time after we lost our sister. And Mom would walk around and she just, for no reason at all, and she would just punch us. And we would look at each other, why Mom do that? But there was reasons for that. I never knew what it was, but I think it was to get us ready for the world, because, you know, the world will punch you in the stomach. So that was a lesson that we always carried with us. We were always prepared for Mom to swing on us at any time. But that was a good thing. She never hurt us, but she just let us know that she had a little bit of oomph to her. And she taught us to stand up for ourselves, to respect ourselves and other people. We were brought up in the church, and we always went to church. We went to church every Sunday. We didn't miss. And Mom put the fear of the Lord in us, and the respect for other people, and always pray for us, for others, and to do the right thing. And my brother, me and him were close growing up. We lost our sister, as I said, early in life. But me and my brother, we still respect each other, and we still love each other. Yes. And we'll never lose that, because Mom taught us that.
In Youngstown, I had a very dear friend, Mary Felder. Oh, we used to travel all different places. We traveled to Baltimore, traveled to Michigan, Arizona, Las Vegas, Canada, Montreal, Canada, and we just went several places. She passed away in 2009. Oh, and I miss her so much. I still miss her very, very much. But then when I came to this area, I met another dear friend, and we were just like sisters. Her name was Phyllis Martin, and she passed away like a couple of years ago. Oh, then I had joined the church in Northfield when I moved in the area, which was very nice church and everything. So after I used to work at Walmart, and after I quit my job at Walmart, I sold my car, and I didn't have transportation to go back and forth to the field to the church in Northfield. Therefore, I joined the church with my family, Providence Baptist Church, where Reverend Rodney Mayton is the pastor. Where it was more convenient for me to go to church with my family. So then the secretary selected a prayer partner for me. And she is, I only have known her for like a month or more. And she's like I've known her always. We have so much in common. And she's such a beautiful person. Her name is Stella Simpson. And we just pray and we talk and we just have fun. We go out to dinner and it's just a blessing. Because when I lose one friend, one that we are really close together, the good Lord sends me another. And two of my really close friends has passed on. But then I have another, and we are so close. Till I just thank the Lord. I'm so blessed. And for these 95 years, that's really nothing to sneeze at. So I'm blessed, and I thank God for all my many blessings that He has blessed me and bestowed upon me over the years. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding, but in all thy ways acknowledge Him, and He shall lead your way.
In the closing moments of this tribute, we extend our heartfelt appreciation to each and everyone for joining us on this journey of remembrance and celebration. Through the eloquence of her words, the warmth of her smile, and the love she has bestowed upon us, we have witnessed the true essence of a life lived with purpose and grace. May her spirit forever bloom in our hearts, and may we all strive to embrace life's fleeting beauty with the same unwavering love and zest. Mattie Clark, mom, grandma, aunt, sister, and friend to all, we love you.